Sandy, for that great conversation concerning how to make that initial choice concerning what to search for and how to search for your university of choice. I should say, just as way of introduction, again, my name is Brendan Bond. I'm an assistant director of international admissions here at Syracuse University. I work specifically with South Asian students, and I'm the kind of key liaison for Next Genius, and Syracuse University. So any questions that you have, feel free to reach out to me. Sandy, I promise I'm not trying to show up Ithaca, but I do have a PowerPoint that I had from another session that I did on this topic. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. What I'm going to be talking about today is some of the benefits of attending a Research One institution. Just bear with me just 1 second, and I'll go ahead and get this started. There we go. Hopefully that's coming through clearly. So again, yes. There's my information. There's a nice picture of Syracuse University, and we'll go ahead and get started. So firstly, just identifying what is a Research One institution, what is a Research One university, and Syracuse University is a Research One university. So a Research One university is a category that the Carnegie Classification of Institutions of Higher Education, which is a big fancy board here in the United States that works with higher education, uses to indicate universities in the United States that engage in the highest level of research activity, meaning that they have to meet these minimum requirements, offering a full range of bachelor degree programs, committed to graduate education through the doctorate level, given a high priority to research, award 50 or more doctoral degrees each year, and receive annually $40 million or more in federal support for research initiatives on that particular institution's campus. So that is the key aspects of Research One institutions here in the United States. So for example, Syracuse University will spend annually about $100 million on different research initiatives across the university, regardless of field. And we also meet all those other requirements as refers to Research One institutions. So that's what a Research One institution is. Research is a key mission as part of the institution's values. So it's a small club of universities in the United States. You can see there are just, I believe, approximately 130. That number may have gone up since the last time that I've talked about this. I think it's closer to 150 now. But of the close, as Sandy mentioned, nearly 4,000 institutions of higher education in the United States. So it's a really small category of universities here in the United States. I don't know, you can do the math in terms of the percentages, the percent of institutions, higher education institutions that are actually Research One institutions here in the US. So it's important to note that undergraduates are still a very important asset and aspect of Research One institutions. It's not just about knowledge creation, of course, it's about knowledge dissemination and teaching that cutting edge information that Research One institutions are developing. And many universities will provide their undergraduate students with opportunities to participate in research projects. So for example, here at Syracuse University, we have the SOURCE, which is the Syracuse Office of Undergraduate Research and Creative Engagement, which helps students not only with kind of organizational support, but grant funding as well in terms of taking on their own research initiative as an undergraduate student. So other characteristics of a Research One institution: academic organization is usually along college and school lines. So universities that are Research One institutions are often organized by schools and colleges. So for example, to be a College of Arts and Sciences, in which you'll find academic departments like the humanities, sciences, arts, etc. There also maybe be other schools, engineering, law, medicine, etc. So at Syracuse, for example, across our 9 undergraduate schools and colleges, we offer 200 majors, 100 minors, all programs kindly finely tuned to the umbrella of the school or college that you are enrolled in. So that's kind of in terms of academic organization, that's a characteristic of Research One institutions. Another characteristic of Research One institutions is to understand that the admissions process may be a little different in terms of the application process. In many instances, at a Research One institution, you're going to be applying to a specific school or college as part of that process. And so the admissions requirements, of course, can vary based on the academic units that obviously vary within an institution. And so you may need to fulfill different requirements as part of the admissions process relative to the school or college that you're actually applying to within a university, just because of the breadth and depth and size really of some Research One institutions. This is the way that that admissions will work. And here at Syracuse University, for example, that's the same process. When you apply to Syracuse University, even though you are applying to a singular major, you're still applying to the major within a school or college. And so obviously that is going to shape the way in which the admissions committee will review your application. Obviously, someone that's applying to the College of Visual and Performing Arts here at Syracuse University is going to have much different credentials than someone that's applying to the College of Engineering and Computer Science. So that's another thing to keep in mind that may be different. Well, is certainly a characteristic of Research One institutions here in the United States. So I want to just kind of transition next to talking about some of the benefits of attending a Research One university. These tend to be mid to larger size institutions. And certainly there are a lot of benefits of attending institutions of this size and of the scope of research that is present on these campuses. So that's what I'll be talking about on the next few slides. So top researchers can also be top teachers with really specialized interests that aren't available at other institutions. It's often thought that professors who are serious about their research programs couldn't really don't have a lot of passion for actually teaching, or maybe are not great teachers. And in many cases, that's not true. Many researchers carry their passion for the field that they are into the classroom and are really phenomenal teachers and role models. Also, professors who do research generally understand the field perhaps better than ones who don't. They're kind of really taking theory to practice. They can explain that material in that class in a better way. So especially when it comes to advanced courses and topics, faculty at research universities are often making really important discoveries, receiving recognition for their work. And obviously this recognition can bring enthusiasm, it can bring prestige that can drive faculty members involved in research to have real excitement in sharing what their passion is inside of the classroom. So courses at research universities often incorporate the latest research. So faculty who are involved in groundbreaking discoveries in their field are often going to bring that material directly into the classroom. You don't have to wait for that to be written in a textbook to learn about it. So that's another huge benefit in attending a Research One university and being in touch with faculty that are involved in these types of discoveries and these types of research. Also, talking about professional and academic connections that are available at a Research One institution. So researchers often have a lot of connections, and many times they collaborate on other college campuses and other experts in their field outside of academia. And many student organizations will also bring leaders and experts in their field to talk on campus with students interested in their field. So these are all benefits of attending a research university, a Research One institution university, is that there's more connections perhaps that are made available because of the breadth and depth of study that's taking place on the campus. And so with so many connections, students have a lot of opportunities to meet individuals in fields they are considering for at a professional level or a further academic level. And these connections can obviously lead to mentorships, internships, future professional opportunities, careers. Studies have shown actually that the best educational experiences for college students don't always take place in the classroom, but in their interactions with professors outside of the classroom, especially in the context of shared research activities. So by attending a Research One institution, you're going to have an ability and opportunity to have more of this type of engagement with your faculty members. Research One institutions tend also to have very state-of-the-art facilities. University professors, government agencies, businesses, other organizations outside of academia will often commission or help or collaborate in research initiatives on campus. And so to perform this type of research that's highly technical or on the cutting edge, universities need to have the type of equipment that will enable that research. And so that means state-of-the-art facilities that are available to undergraduate students. And so, for example, here at Syracuse University, we have a NASA quality flight simulator in the College of Engineering and Computer Science. We're not training pilots, but it's certainly helpful to see how aerospace designs actually work in a pseudo-reality situation in the flight simulator. Another really great benefit of attending a Research One institution is that there are research opportunities, as I mentioned, and graduate course opportunities for undergraduates. So many instances, as I stated in the beginning of the presentation, Research One institutions have to offer and award a certain level of doctoral degrees. That means that Research One institutions have to have the infrastructure and the courses at that graduate level to enable that type of doctoral study. And by attending a Research One institution as an undergraduate student, you may have access to this higher learning, this higher level courses that's limited to graduate student as an undergraduate student at your particular institution. And this can obviously is huge in terms of building that knowledge early on as a student, a high level of knowledge inside of your field that you wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity to have at another institution that may not be a research institution. Also mentioned research opportunities for undergraduates. Syracuse University, again, undergraduates are highly involved in research initiatives here on campus. It's a huge resume builder for students that want to go on to professional schools, law school, medical school, et cetera, or other professional opportunities, advancing your own career, achieving success, whatever that success may look like to you. So that's my quick talk about Research One institutions. You can see my contact information there. Please reach out. Syracuse University very much is a Research One institution, and I'd be happy to continue the conversation about how the different opportunities we have here at Syracuse can help you achieve what you want to achieve as an undergraduate student. Okay, thank you very much.